All right, everyone, welcome back to my next quote of the day. Today's quote is from someone named Carew Papritz. That's Carew Papritz, Papritz. I travel because I become uncomfortable being too comfortable. Some of you have come here to this channel searching for an idea of how to be happy. And this quote is an answer. You're too comfortable. Human beings were not designed to be comfortable. We need discomfort. We need to be pushed and to prodded and have something push us after more. We weren't designed to wake up morning to evening in complete comfort. There needs to be more in our life than that. There needs to be a searching, a purpose, a meaning, something you get up in the morning for and you work your day for. And there's a lot of science on this, and I'm not going to take the time to find some of it for you. But there is a lot of science saying that we are too comfortable. And a lot of our neurochemicals in our brain and are a major source of our happiness and our contentment in life and joy in life. If they get messed up, then you aren't happy. Depression is thought by most scientists to be a flaw in the neurochemicals in your brain. And so antidepressants are a way to correct an imbalance of neurochemicals in your brain. Well, there are neurochemicals in your brain that are designed to push you to go out and search and find something, to not be comfortable. And if you're too comfortable, those neurochemicals in your brain don't come out. In fact, you need those discomforts in order to pursue, and the pursuit is the source of the neurochemicals in your brain that make you happy. Our ancestors were constantly a little bit uncomfortable. They were on the edge of being too unhappy, too cold, too warm, of being alone, of this danger and that danger. And so they were constantly pushed, and our bodies evolved to reward us for the pursuit of a goal. And comfort, when you're too comfortable, you're not pursuing a goal. You're pursuing a meaningless goal. Most of us are following the American dream. We're going to work. Our goal is 10, 20, 30, 40 years down the road, a golden retirement. Well, that's not a goal your body recognizes. Your soul doesn't recognize as, I'm unhappy now. I'm in this mediocre nothing life, but in 20 years or 30 or 40 years, I'm going to be ecstatic. Well, your body isn't designed that way. If you're living that way, you're going to be unhappy because that's not what your body was designed for. That's not what your neurochemicals and your brain cells were designed for. They were designed to be uncomfortable and pursuing comfort. We've given up that pursuit. We live in these air-conditioned and heated houses. We're never cold. We're never hot. We go out of a perfect temperature house to a perfect temperature car to a perfect temperature building. And if a moment along the way it's too hot or too cold, we complain. We say, oh no, I can't have this in my life. I'll get a remote starter. And my car, when I go from the 5 seconds from my house to my car, I will be instantly warm again or instantly cool again or whatever. And so we eliminate any discomfort in our lives. We're going to be unhappy. If you're not experiencing some discomfort, you're going to be unhappy. This man said, I travel because I become uncomfortable being too comfortable. You have got to become uncomfortable being so comfortable. Pursue something in your life. And I will pursue X. And what you pursue is only for you to decide. I don't know what X is for you. It's something different for all of us. Speaking of comfort, I have been cold. I'm all bundled up all morning, and the sun just peeked out, and I am instantly slightly more comfortable. And you know what? I love that. Oh, that feels so good. The heat of the sun shining on my face. It's been cold and dreary, and the sun is out. And wow, I love that. And you know why I love it so much? Why I savor it so much? Because I was cold. I was uncomfortable. And now, I'm comfortable. You've got to be uncomfortable before you can thrive in the comfort. You just have to. It's yin and yang. It's the paradox of life. You'll never know what it is to be happy without being unhappy. You'll never know what it is to be comfortable without being uncomfortable. And we eliminate any possible source of discomfort and unhappiness in our life. And therefore, we're never happy. We're never comfortable. We're never full of joy at bliss at our comfort. It's just we take life and the good things of life for granted because there's nothing else. You need some discomfort. You need some pursuing, some chasing, some needing, some wanting, some hunger, some cold, some hot. You need to be out in the rain wet. And I've been out in rain wet recently. And then when you get back in your warm car or your own warm house and then the sun comes out and the glorious sun shines on you, oh, that feels good. That's what you need in your life, my friends. Some relief from discomfort. Oh, that feels good. You know, the old saying, hit yourself in the head with a 2x4 because it feels so good when it stops hurting. There's truth to that. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Find some challenges in your life that challenge you and bring discomfort to you. Pursue X, whatever X is in your life. Find something that's going to be uncomfortable pursuing. And then maybe you'll fail and you will be uncomfortable with failure. Maybe you'll be embarrassed along the way and you'll be uncomfortable with the embarrassment along the way. Embrace it. That's what makes life rich and full and joyful and happy. That's what you need. You want to be happy? Embrace discomfort. Find too much comfort unacceptable in your life. And then you can find some happiness. This was a very wise quote. I hope you'll consider doing it. Carew Papritz. Never heard of him, but boy, he said something very wise and helpful here. I hope you got something out of this little quote. If you did, maybe like this video. Someone else should see it. Maybe you should tell your family and friends that I found this weird guy who is actually pretty helpful to me. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next Quote of the Day. See you then.
For deeper dives into psychology and philosophy, check out our YouTube channel, The Examine Life Daily, and check out our Nomadic YouTube channels. Bob is at CheapRVLiving, Autumn is at Autumn and Chloe, and our editor Robert is at Frontier Van Life.